All right. All right. Cool. Do I still know how this works? Let's find out. I do need to sign in here. I'm logged out of my of my chat in OBS. Let's see here. All right. Cool. So my chat is broken. That. Oh no, here it is. Work, please work, so that I can see whether people are writing stuff. Ah, here we are. Okay, cool. Hello, Rex and Samuel. It's good to have you here. Let's clean up my desk a little bit. So let's see if I can, if I know how to stream after like a small break. Oh, I need to log in here as well. Oh. I need to like fill in two-factor authentication stuff, so I cannot share my screen yet. Yeah. Let's see. And hello, folks. Hello, Charlie, Carl. I'm glad to be back as well. Yeah, I ran into, let's see if this works. I ran into an interesting problem. I want to try to tackle on stream. It should be doable in an hour or so. So I hope it works out. Need to do one more thing. Okay. So how is everybody doing? Did you take some time off during the winter holiday break? I did. My camera is in a really weird spot. Hang on. Oh. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, I had a great break. It was really nice not writing code, and I'm happy to be back now. Oh, there we are. Let's see. I need to figure this out. Still, okay. Like so. Okay, now we're almost ready. Let's do a stream like that. Good. So yeah, Tempest. It's been quiet for a couple of weeks, and that's really great. You know, just taking a step back from code and, you know, coming back refreshed. That was I think a really good idea. So yesterday was the first day I went through some open issues, and I like closed and merged some pull requests. So that's I'm happy with that. And today I want to like do some more stuff on Tempest. Let's see here. Have you ever been in Czechia? No, I haven't. No. Cam seems a bit blurry and laggy. Oh no, is that? Oh, it really is. Wow. That's really bad. Okay, that I need to find out what's wrong there. I have no idea. Settings. Yeah, of course I cannot change my settings while I'm streaming. Ah, kind of sucks. Is it like really that bad forever? Let's see. Uh-oh. Yeah, this is the I don't know. I didn't change anything. What's the problem today? Let's see. Actually, no, I have no idea. So I don't know. Like, let me know in chat. Is it like watchable or not? Because like on my end, this really sucks. Hey there, by the way, code with Cassandra. Long time, yeah. And because it has been such a long time, apparently, like my stream quality. Okay, but it looks fine now. I don't know on my end. What do you? I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. Let's see. Definitely watchable. Audio is completely fine, so I think it's okay. Okay. That's so annoying. Like I didn't change anything, and I'm just gone for a couple of weeks, and then it does this kind of thing, and I cannot really change the settings here. It's definitely an internet problem. Huh. Hang on. It's fine now, yeah? Yeah, here. Watch my slow internet in Belgium. It should be double this speed, by the way. Yeah. No, OBS is telling me it's not fine. This is not fine. That's annoying. Well, it was a great stream, folks. Yeah, I need to... I don't know how to solve that. Yeah, it is laggy. I actually might try to like stop the stream, change some settings, and start it again, and hope that fixes it. But not always it's very watchable. Yeah, but I mean, it annoys me knowing that it's such bad quality. Yeah, but I don't really like starting and stopping and starting again, because it's a new video, and then like all of you are annoyed by it as well. I shared links on social media again. Kind of sucks. Let's see. Okay, let's try it for a minute, and let's see what happens. Let me just share my PHP storm here. And because this is the important part, you don't actually need to see me, you need to see the code, right? I'll try to explain it, and then just send a message if it gets bad again, and then I might just like rage quit. That's handy. So what we want to do today is something related to database. It's here probably. Yeah. So when you created like a database connection, right? You create a config file for it, and that config file, database.config.php. This is something that happens in Tempest all the time. Config is represented by objects, and like this object only has one property, and the upside here is that you get proper auto-completion on what kind of things you want to add in your config. Let's see here. There's my SQL config, for example. Yeah, over here. So yeah, I mean, you get proper auto-completion on the options that are available here. So that's the goal. But in this case, like database config is a bit weird because there's only ever one property. You have a database config object which takes a connection, and this is actually the real config object, because like for MySQL there are different properties, for Postgres there are different properties, for SQLite there are. So you this config only ever uses like this one property, and someone suggested, why not do it like this? No, new MySQL connection, right? Which implies a couple of things here, because there's already an interface for it. Okay, problem solved. The way configuration works in Tempest is that whatever is returned from a let me revert this for a second. Whatever is returned from a .config file, so database, the object that's returned here is registered as a singleton in the container, which is really cool, because then everywhere you need database config, you can just simply inject it in whatever place you need it. Well, this is not a good example, but let's see. These aren't good examples either. Let's see, return over here. The migration manager needs database config. You just inject it and it's available as a singleton in the container, and it's auto-wired, and it's really great. But yeah, because like we need to wrap it in an object here, because our connections aren't config objects, because each connection is something different. It has different properties. Injecting database config here. You cannot inject SQLite. If you were to return, let's see here, if you were to just return new SQLite connection like so, then Tempest would happily keep working, but it would register SQLite connection in the database as a singleton, and it wouldn't link it to like database config. So whenever you request database config, there would be nothing available. So that's a problem, right? So what I want to do is to find a way. Well, I already know how I'm going to do it. So to like when you register a config object, not just register it with its definition, but also register it as interface with the interface it implements. Because then that way, let's say we rename this interface here to database config. File database config already exists. Yeah, that's okay. Override for all. And now let's see. So now we have MySQL config, Postgres config, SQLite config, and in your in your project you can use whatever config you want. But now if we want to register it, we'll not just have to register SQLite config, but we will need to register the interface it implements as well, so that our code, like over here, can just inject the database config and get the right instance. That's the idea. So it should be very, very trivial to do, actually. We do need to refactor these things. Let's see. Let's do that. Get rid of that and search here. So this will all be gone, because we're now working with like the real config object directly, and there's not this step in between, right? So that's cool. We'll see if there are any other errors that we run into. That should be fine. And then what we do, let me show you how we load config in the kernel. config. That's this class over here. So what we do is we find all config files, which is just, we're gonna loop over all files, and all the files that end with .config.php are considered config files. And whenever we encounter such a file, we require it, and then we register it in the container as a config. And this is the place where we need to make a change. So right now, the only thing we're doing is we register the concrete class as a singleton. So if we get SQLite config, it will be registered as SQLite config. But what we also want to do, and I think it should be fairly simple here. Let's see here, new for each new class reflector config get. Oh, and we can get rid of. Hang on. We can do it like this, of course, because we're PHP 8.4. Interface get. I actually don't have a getter for that yet. I think get interfaces. We'll return an array. Return this reflection class. Get interfaces. Yeah. And we're actually going to array. Going to map them to array. Let's see, and then let's add some stuff here. This will be type reflector. New type reflector interface get name. I think that should work. And then we get interfaces like this as interface. And then we say this singleton interface get name config, like so. And I think actually that should be it. So who wants to take a bet that when I run Composer QA, everything is broken? Well, I already know something that will be broken. So let me first fix that. Config database. Let's see, over here. So this is broken, but that's just a matter of removing this. And the same goes for this, by the way. These are like stub files for our CI environments. But that shouldn't be too hard to update. Why not simple array map? Just convenience. It's just something I'm used to by now. Yeah, but I could do a simple array map if you prefer that. Return array map. Because indeed, it might be a bit overkill here. Like so. Okay, so let's see. Actually, let me do a find. Oh, no. Let me check here. I'm gonna do return search for return new database config to make sure that, yeah, see, there's one more place where it should be adjusted. This is where is this one located? Oh yeah, for stubs, of course. And then let's do searching tests. That's fine. So yeah, I think all of that should be fine. Will it work? Composer QA. Let's see. That's the, oh, I was about to say, don't mind these deprecation notices. That's just PHP 8.4. Let's see here. Call to find method. Yes, I know the problem here. Okay, so it didn't work first try. So what I forgot is that, and I'm actually gonna like properly refactor it now. We used to, if you go to database config. We used to like have, wait, hang on, I can database. Let's see how it changed. Yeah, we used to have like this database config object. We used it to store migrations into, which is something that sometimes happens in Tempest. We just use an existing object to store stuff, config object that is, to store some stuff that's slightly related to it, but not entirely. In this case, I think we really just need a separate migration config and like extract it from that database config stuff. So that's what I'm gonna do here. I'm going to database config. That's over here, and then we can say migration config, and this one takes care of like all migrations. Construct, and then it has public array migrations. And what's the problem here? Getting Sarah can be replaced with yeah. Can we convert it to no. Like there's the shorthand here, right? Like so. And there's a shorthand here as well. This is better. Do we really need a setter though? Let's see. Oh, what's this? Go away. Yeah. Let's check our original class here. We had add migrations, set migrations. We did. Where did we use those? Okay. Let's see. In migration manager is my my guess. So what I'm gonna do here is just very briefly add migration, and let's see. Okay, this is the place where it's used, and then get migrations. Yeah, migration manager, and then set migrations isn't used anywhere. Okay, so we need to update our migration manager here. So instead of database migration, database config, which we still need as well, we also now need private migration config, basically, like so. And then we can migration config migrations, and where's the other error? Set migrations, no, add migration. Over here, of course. This migration config, I need to add it, of course. Migration config, let's rename this like so. And then we can say add migration. Now we just pull them apart, which is better. It really is better. It always felt a little weird, but it was just like small on the fly thingy I did because I was lazy when I created it, basically. So that's taken care of. Then I don't think we need this setter here, actually. So let's remove it. We'll run into problems and then we can fix it if it's needed. So that's good. Let's see, we have our these changed. There was one more thing. Oh yeah, I still need to like register the initial config file, and that's done by like the default config instance for Tempest to discover. And so migrations.config.php, I'll say return new migrations config, just an empty object. And by adding this, Tempest will discover this file and register or load this instance as like the default instance, right? And you can override it in your project if you want to, but in this case it's not needed. I think That's it. So who wants to make a guess whether this will work or not? Let's see. And interact modification of migrations. Oh. Okay, this is something that's probably PHP 8.4 related that I'm not aware. Oh yeah, because it only has a getter, a get hook. So it's a, nah, is it a virtual property? I don't need this get hook. Go away. This is fine. Will it work? It looks like it might work. Okay, we need to run refactor for a second here. That always takes a while for the first time. It feels like everything needs to like boot up again after the holidays. Stickies quit. Okay. While that's going. Okay. That was refactor, PHP CS fixer. I will begin to bet on not working. Oh, it's, yeah. I don't know, that looks good. No, you didn't lose, Mohammed. You were absolutely right. It's not working. But let's see here. Oh, there were still some connection calls. Of course, in the tests, connection. Uh-oh. Let's see how we fix this. So we required our database config. This is now our database config. Database config. And then we say, we don't need to do this anymore, but we do need to this container config database. Oh, database config. I think this is like the base test case for running framework tests, which is why it like everything failed, which is good. I mean, if everything fails, it means it's usually one thing that's broken. So, Mohammed, do you want to make another guess whether it will work or not? We'll see. It should run faster now, actually, because everything's cached. Oh. Okay, you know, everything's broken, which is a good thing because it means it's usually one problem. Let's see here. Yeah. Like that. Let's try it again. I bet I lose. Okay. Better. Yeah, okay. We're getting there. That reminds me, I need to like check out a new branch before I forget. Database config refactor. Good. Inserting that. Okay, there are some assertions on those dummy files. I didn't know that, but where are my call to undefined method? Yeah, we know. Okay, well, you know what? Connection. And we remove that. And we remove that. That's better. That's in source. Let's check our tests. Okay. Will it work now? So how like were your holidays, folks? Did you write code? Did you just took some time off code? What did you do? Yeah, I told at the start of the stream, I took some time off and it was really great. And it feels like really good returning back now and feeling refreshed, you know. Let's see here. I'm actually going to like run tests this way. Go. No. Oh. I was looking at wrong spot. You know, I mean, it's good. Let's see. Failed asserting that output included text database config. Yeah, sure. Because we removed that, right? Database. It shows config file in file form. Yeah. What actually happens when you run this? Let's see. Yeah. Show SQLite config. Okay. And change this. This is just a test that happens to use. Okay, that's 2 fixed. It happens to use the database config as like a test thingy. Danny did Advent of Code for the holidays. How did that work out? Did you like succeed? And Mohammed was doing open source during the holidays. Very nice as well. And Matthews, your MacBook M2 is crashing a lot? Or mine? I don't know. What's the problem here? App database does not contain expected config class SQLite config, like so. And then we need to change this to migration config, of course. Migration config. Test strategy is taken into account. Oh, we still had like a problem here. This should be fine now. And this one, this might actually be a real bug. Current state here for Danny, who is doing Advent of Code, is 33 stars out of 50. So still some stars to go. Yeah. Is it difficult this year? Yeah. Yeah, by the way, about the packet loss thingy, I don't know how to fix it right now. I'm gonna try after this stream to properly fix it. But thanks for letting me know again. I don't know. Oh, is my cam like totally frozen now? Apparently it is. That's weird. Hang on. Huh. Oh, so much going wrong in this stream. Unbelievable. I'm just gonna do without cam. Do it without my face. Oh no, I pressed the wrong button. Let's see here. Where did you get most inspiration from Tempest design and stuff? I wasn't there from the beginning of its development. Well, if you want to like really go back to the start, you can check out. Yeah, my cam. I don't know what's wrong with my cam. There is this playlist over here. Oh, and this is the very first again. I did a bunch of live streams over the past year and a half where I was building Tempest. So if you want to like go back and watch all those streams, that's a possibility. But I can also kind of explain it right now. And Matthews, I don't know, just asks whether this code is on GitHub. And yes, definitely it is. Here it is. Tempest framework. The only issue was the camera. Yeah, weird, right? Oh man. Yeah, but you know, good thing is that it's the first stream after the holidays. Like, let's consider it a a test stream. Adrian on Twitch is saying here it's more a podcast now. Yeah, saying here it's more a podcast now. Yeah, it feels very weird because I often look at my OBS to see whether like to look at the chat, and now that's just yeah, that's weird. But hey, I will roll with it. So let me first finish this, and then I can talk a little bit about Tempest are failing. And when the problem here, test actually, it's like stupid, but oh yeah, it makes sense. But now that I've refactorized, I don't